All right. Hope everybody's doing all right tonight. But anyway, how are you guys doing tonight?
I'm okay. I think.
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm doing okay. That's too many K's in a row. But anyway.
Ooh, 3.
Yeah. Just a little bit of a maybe controversial question. Maybe not. Maybe it's insightful. But is there a right way, such as nature versus nurture, or is there something else that's a combination of the two, or possibly something to do with the person as an individual growing and chasing their beliefs and making ideas and so we could basically talk about, so you look at a group of people and they could all come from the same class, like lower class, middle class,
or family,
sure. Because, brothers and parents and sisters and, siblings, aunts, uncles, they can all be different, do different things throughout their lives. But when you look in the case of, so like if we just take a couple of friends and they're all from the same, they're in the same like group, they're going to have basic things in common just because of them, making friends with each other. But you're going to find things that are different. And what I mean by that is
it's called life.
Well, yeah, you're just having different life experiences. And you could also be taking in stuff from your parents. But like all of them, even if they had all the same experiences, what's going to be different about them? I personally believe that there's always going to be an inherent difference just because of maybe it's the way that person was born or how they cope with what they were dealt. Because everybody's going to play their hand of cards different.
Right. And I do agree with that to a point.
What do you mean?
Well, I do agree with it to a point. And everybody's an individual, but these people, regardless of nature versus nurture, they come into their own realm, but they're going to be influenced by the rest of the people they go and meet, and it can change them, and their ideologies. Go ahead, Vince.
Well, I don't know. I guess the way I would look at it is at the start, they're probably all going to be very similar. They're all going to grow up in the same environment with the same influence around them. But as they get older and they reach out to the world around them, they're going to start experiencing different things that will change and mold them.
Yeah, thank you. Absolutely influence them.
For sure. But then you can take into consideration, like, so let's talk about, it's just easier to do this with more of like the tragic background story. So we'll make up a fictional one. Maybe they're living with one parent's got a bad drug issue, and you got two siblings. One of them grows up, starts doing drugs, and continues that path, while as the other one sees it, and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to learn from this, and I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to stay away from drugs. I want to build myself up in positive ways and not resort to substances that may have an impact negatively on my life."
No, you're right. Oh, go ahead, Vince. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say you're right. people choose to cope differently with their lives. One might go out and actually try to be something else besides their parents when it comes to, that tragic backstory. They wouldn't want to fall back into the cycle of, what's the word I'm looking for?
Of substance abuse or just abuse in general,
Well, no,
or coping with your anxieties or your daily issues or major issues in a negative way.
Well, it's like a circular thing, and I'm not going to share names, but I knew a guy who was married to a girl, and she was molested by her father. But then I found out that her mom was molested by her father, and then I found out her grandmother molested the daughter, and it's like this perpetual cycle, and it's.
How'd you figure all that out? You work for 23andMe? You got the whole family tree like in the data log?
No,
I didn't know. That's just crazy that you went that far back. I don't know. I guess, I didn't really consider it, but yeah, it really does. It's just generational, and
it really is. It really is. I mean, if you go ahead, Vince.
I was going to say, yeah, most of the time, especially at these more tragic events, they don't really have a good source to turn to when it comes to coping. So they'll just fall back into that hole just like their parents did, because they don't know how to actually cope with the situation properly or in a healthy way. So then it will just repeat the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But like at the same time, making like a quick transition from, some less negative topics, you could look at how people go about religious beliefs. And when you're looking at a person, say they were born into Christianity and their parents raised them to be that way, they sat and believed it, and then all of a sudden, they have a friend, or they're reading a flyer, or they see the other religion's book. So let's just say this Christian person finds an in or like some information that is very appealing about like the Quran and decides to convert religions. Would you guys consider that like a person finding their right way inside?
Hold on, Darian, you're cutting out. Like, Vince, can you hear? Yeah, you're cutting out.
Cutting out a little bit, but I got what you were saying.
Okay, so yeah, just like, is it them finding their right way by like their personal belief in how they should be living their lives? Like, even if it's taking something that they had built upon since childhood, being in like a Christian religion, like going to a Christian church, and then all of a sudden one day find some information on the Quran and then decide to convert.
To switch.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would say so. I would say that's just the person exploring their personal life and the way they want to live it. I think everyone should do that.
I agree.
Everyone should.
I do, but it can be dangerous.
Yeah.
Well,
you have to take risks in life, though.
See that's what we were talking about a little bit before, was because there's also a societal right way. That's why we have laws.
No, absolutely.
And that's kind of like, that's a good thing to use, like as a baseline, is to where people kind of can find their right way. Like you shouldn't go out of bounds, because then you're jeopardizing somebody's experience, or you're influencing it in a really negative way. Like stealing from somebody, like you could, like even murder as well. Like you're taking from them, and then you're disrupting you're disrupting the bliss of their life.
No, you're right, because it is kind of a societal structure. Like, I'm not going to go over and steal from you. You don't steal from me. You know? But there's so many different levels within that. Find your bliss is different because, we were talking about, like, nature versus nurture. And these people that was maybe raised in the same family, and one person is, on that moral society thing where we can agree with, where these other people kind of go off the rails and they don't. And it's like, you can't bring them back. Maybe sometimes, but not always.
Well, wouldn't it at least be worth a try to bring them back? Especially if it's
sure.
not too late.
Sure, but what does too late mean? I mean, we already know people in our lives where they're so far gone that it's like,
No, well, yeah, but you can sit and always want them to do better. Like, you could try to at least somewhat be positive in their life. I mean, if you really think they're too far gone, like, obviously, I think we're talking about, just somebody who's really addicted to drugs or is just really deep into something
it doesn't even
nefarious.
Have to be drugs,
they shouldn't.
It doesn't even have to be drugs, though. It can be, selfishness or all of the above. I mean,
well, I would agree. Some people just don't want to change, and those people are too far gone. Some people are only just going to live for themselves, and you shouldn't be around them. You should cut those types of people out of your life.
Yeah, and that's where how you can basically guide the right direction of your own life. You can't try to change other people's. Especially let's say like a narcissist or who are really selfish and egotistical. Like, you're most likely not gonna be able to really affect them, but who knows? Maybe one day they'll kind of reflect and it'll happen. But you do have to take a look at that if that's somebody you communicate with in your daily life, and if you're like, okay, what am I getting out of this relationship, like this friendship? Am I getting positive conversations and actual like benefits, or is it like every time we talk it's just me, all my problems, hey, I need $5, right, this, that. You got to be able to cut that out so you can live your right life. If they think that's the right way to live their life, you let them do it, but you shouldn't let them affect yours.
Okay, hold on. Question here. So between the two of you, like, how many people have you met in your life that have done that to you? That just, take and not give. And don't tell me it's me.
I don't think I've met anyone like that. That's probably because I don't like those types of people.
So corporations.
No, I mean, like, seriously, like, on a personal level. So Vince, you never have, but Darian,
no,
have you?
Yep, I have. You have to realize that I'm living like you. Like, if you're talking about you, not just me, but if you're living your life and they're affecting the quality of your life negatively, you have to be able to be like, okay, well, if it's like, you have to draw a line in the sand and you're like, if they cross this, I'm going to have to cut them out, because keeping them around is actually a detriment to the way I'm living my life and how I want to go about it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's fucking painful, but yeah, I've seen tons of people coming in and out of my universe, and all they want is to take and not give back. And it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
Go and be well.
Well, no, there's definitely people that just sit and take, especially like we could even take it away from a personal level, but to a societal level, because there's people who need state assistance and government assistance, but there's people who get it that do not need it. They take advantage of it, and they're, oh, well, I'm on disability, and I only know this because I've known one person, and it's like, I understand. It's not that they can't work. It's just that they can't work in the field they were doing anymore.
No. Okay, well, there's a caveat within that. And I've seen it, just where I'm working now. Sure.
Yeah, but are you saying, though, that it's actually better for them to just go in and get unemployment or disability from the state rather than be like, I'm gonna take charge. I know I can't do this at the same level just because of the the company I was working for, because technically he could do it out of his garage if that was what he really wanted to do. He could do that.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm totally on your side there. I mean, but the majority of the people I've met, they just exploit the system, and then, and we, you, me, and Vince, we're paying for these people, and it gets so draining because they want to seem like they're special, and they're not. You don't even want to broaden your horizons. You don't want to do.
Oh, they're special, just not in the good way. Special kind of a-hole walking around here, but and that's just how they choose to sit and live their life. Like, is that really what's going to make them happy? Like, when they're on their last leg,
Wait, say that again, because you're cutting out.
When they're on their last leg, is that really they're going to look back at their life and they're going to be like, yeah, I didn't work for anything.
Go ahead, Vince.
This is good.
Yeah, they're not going to live a fulfilling life in the slightest. But to them, in their current mindset, they're just taking the easy way out. They don't want to actually put in the effort into life.
Okay, and I agree with you, Vince, but the way you worded it, I disagree with. Because a lot of these people are just, maybe it's mental illness or drugs or whatever it is. And so they use the system to just kind of skate until they're, I honestly don't think that these people understand what the right way to live is, or what their legacy is going to be when they're dead. They're just like,
they're just kind of droning through it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would agree. They're just taking the easy route to get their hands on,
I don't even think it's an easy route. I mean,
for sure it is. They're doing nothing. They're doing nothing. No. They're literally signing documents to get free money, basically. That's all they're doing. I would definitely agree it's the easy way. To sit and try to... Then what do you mean by... What's an easy way? I don't know what you're saying.
Who, me or Vince?
Well, yeah, you're saying that's not the easy way.
It's not easy. Oh, go ahead, Vince.
I was going to say, here's what I mean. It's easy for them because they can sign up for it, they can get that money, and then they can get the quick fix that they would need, whatever that would be.
Right.
And that's just how they're going to live their lives, because that's what makes them comfortable. They don't really think ahead.
It's not even comfortable, Vincent. I mean, a lot of these people that are out there on the fringes, they got mental issues, drugs, and other factors in there.
Well, yeah, but we were talking about the people taking advantage of the system, not the people that need it.
Oh, but these people are the same people, and they know how to exploit it.
Well, yeah. Let's say like the drug user, they're going to exploit it to get the drug so that they can go in that blissful state. That's when that's when they're going to feel comfortable. That's how they need life.
That's right. I can respect a crack addict that's waking up, doing his 9 to 5. Maybe he's washing some cars on the side. He's trying to get that 300 a day. He's trying to work for it. I don't like those B tier crackheads. They just mooch off the state. They're just, the state bought my dime bag. But
somebody did.
I could definitely respect somebody more on drugs if they're holding down a job. They're out there trying to grind for their money.
Yeah,
I can.
For their drugs.
Yeah, I could respect them more. So, the people that just sit and take advantage of it though when they do not need it. I mean, there's people not even on drugs or that have mental issues that are just lazy. And they don't want to do it. You always see them in pajamas, like.
Oh, Walmart people.
I've seen.
I'm not talking employees. I'm talking about the people that come in.
Well, no shit, because the employees.
Your mom's listening to this podcast. You can't be saying that word.
I don't think she cares.
Oh, okay.
Well, if she does, just say worse things have been done. There's 6-year-olds shooting teachers nowadays. Grow up. Just kidding.
Yeah, that was insane.
But I mean, so like besides the people on drugs or taking advantage of society as a whole to reach their right way or living their life, which I wouldn't say is to the fullest because they're taking the walked path. It's been done before rather than, taking the harder path and enjoying the scenery of the journey that you're on.
Okay. What's your right path, Darian?
What's my right path?
Yeah.
Well, hang on. Let's see. I got to put my hands up. Oh no. This hand has an L on it. That means left. Yeah, so my right path's over here. Oh, you can't see. No.
Well, seriously, like, what would be your right path within your, how you think and reason?
I could only say my right path for right now. Like, I don't know how I'm going to feel in the future, but right now, it's just seeing things work out a little bit better. Like when I get up in the morning, maybe I get up 10 minutes earlier. I wake up just that little bit earlier to see more of the day. It gives me more time to laugh. Laughing's good. I think it's a good coping mechanism.
No, it is. Absolutely.
Taking care of yourself mentally and physically. You got to know, like, you got to be more in tune with yourself to, maybe if you're having like a really bad day and you're getting really pissed, and maybe it's just realizing that, like trying to realize that, and you just take an extra breath and you're like, whatever, for when I have a good day, this is, this day is going to make that good day even better. And just knowing that you're not always going to be on the low track, but also understanding that you're not also going to be on the high track, and live in the moment. Be happy, be kind. Like, it doesn't hurt you to be kind to another person.
No, thank you.
It's easy. The only thing you're spending is a little bit of time, and a lot of people waste that. And they don't understand how valuable it is until they've spent it. So, I mean, just kind of stuff like that, I would say is the right way. I mean, I have
kindness. Kindness.
yeah, kindness, just living your life and trying to find enjoyment in everything and anything you do.
I think I want to go kick the garbage can right now.
Why?
That's my bliss.
You could do that, and then you could be happy after you kick it. You could be like, "Holy, did you see that? Look how far that can went out of the trash can, dude. That's like 26 feet." I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you, I haven't kicked that hard since middle school. The hardest kick I've seen is probably Cristiano Ronaldo. You know, like finding dumb stuff to laugh about, but
No, absolutely. That's what it is. Like you said, laughter is the key to. It really is, because we're only on this plane of existence, for infinite time, and no laughter and kindness.
What did you have to add, Vince?
I was just going to tell Dad. I mean, you can kick that trash can and it makes you happy, but then the other person's going to have to come out and clean it. They're not going to be happy.
Oh yeah, maybe kick your own trash can, like you're running down the road and you're just kicking random people's trash cans.
I'll kick it, but I'll clean it up.
You're making people's bad days. Well, somebody has to make their day bad so they can enjoy the good ones, right?
No, I'll kick it, but clean it up. That's that, frustration and then kindness coming back. Because, I'll fucking kick it and then clean it.
Your own trash can then.
I'm about to.
That's why you always want to bag your trash up with Hefty, so you miss out on the spills.
I know. I think that thing came out of the Peanuts. Was it Charlie Brown kicking? Oh no, that was a football.
That was the football.
Did he always win? Lucy? Wait. Yeah, I can't say that word. Where's saying that?
One of the other things that, I mean, this is more to do with religion, like we were talking about before, is so somebody can be in one religion and then convert to another one, and we're just like, okay, that's fine if that's your beliefs. Awesome. I'm glad it's working for you. But why is it that there are some people who look down at other people in a different religion? Like, imagine our imaginary man who went from Christianity to Islam. And then, he's got people around him who now see him and hear him talking about the Quran. And they start judging him just based off of him being in a different religion now. Or even just strangers on the street.
No, yeah. Religion is it's a hard topic for me, because I don't understand why people just fall into this ideology and these philosophical beliefs, which is insane to me.
I mean,
go ahead,
I feel like most of the time it's a coping mechanism.
You and I did talk about this, and that's what you said.
Well, I mean, there is. So, I mean, this is slightly off topic, but if you look back at like Greek mythology, Norse mythology, all that. So a lot of the gods had different powers. Like they would do different things. Like there was a god of the sea. There was always a god of thunder. And they basically used that to explain weather phenomena, like things they couldn't necessarily explain scientifically yet. So yes, there is the argument like, well, religion's still only a thing because we can't explain the afterlife.
Oh yeah.
Other than like people, other than just people themselves having near-death experiences, and those visions could vary just person to person, just because of how their brain is and
brain
and things.
chemistry. Yep, absolutely.
So but getting back to it, so the reason I'm bringing that up is because there's like, and it's fine to have like a debate about it. I get it. But when you're sitting there bashing on somebody and you're making fun of them, and sometimes it does get violent and they get picked on.
Yeah, that's fucked.
And
I won't do it unless it's Logan Paul.
Polynesian.
Because I can't stand it. Go ahead. No, I won't attack somebody for their beliefs, but I will throw out things to make them like question why they believe.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I don't agree with like going up to their door and knocking on it, and then they're just like, "Hey, here's my opinion. Can I tell you about it?"
Oh, you're talking about the
well, just anybody.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm talking about subway workers, but
like, can you imagine atheists doing tracting work? I'm here to tell you that God's not real.
I'm here to tell you that it does get darker than your room at night. Go ahead, Vince.
I was going to say, atheists do that all the time online.
No, they don't.
Oh, yeah, they do.
They
I would say everybody from every religion probably does it to some extent.
Well, yeah.
You're going to see it no matter what. They just find themselves as like the messenger.
First off, an atheist, and again, it gets a little murky there. But me being an atheist, I'm not going to go knock on somebody's door and try and change your mind. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, but one of them did.
Who? Jesus?
Well,
his name's Jesus.
I think atheists
with the silent age. They don't. Well, Vince, again, you got to define what is an atheist.
Someone who doesn't believe in God or any religion, for that matter.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah.
And I know what you're saying because I've watched these people, but a lot of them just don't try and push.
I've seen quite a bit where they will push and they'll put their opinion out there because to them it makes them seem superior.
Yeah, they have like a real complex about being right or something.
Yeah.
Like they think they're supremely right.
Hold on. I think that goes more into the psychology of that individual person. That goes back into nature versus nurture and like how they were raised.
Well, sure, but you're going to find that in every religion, every gender, every race.
I get it.
Well, we're just saying that atheists do it too.
No, I know they do. But the ones that I kind of watch, all they do is try and push out the question, why do you believe? They don't go and shove something down your throat.
Yeah, but it's just the people you watch. That's not everyone or every atheist.
Okay, what's the worst atheist you've watched on YouTube? Because I'm probably
on YouTube? I don't know. I don't watch too many atheists. I don't.
Okay, so which one are you specifically talking about, Vince?
Not specifically, but I've seen several of these people. Some person will just bring up. I've seen people where they'll bring up a family member's death and they'll say, "Rest in peace." See you on the other side, or some bullshit like that. These people go out of their way to be like, they're not in heaven. It's not real. They're dead in the ground or some shit, even though no one asked, and it doesn't cause discussion.
No, yeah, that's fucked. Because I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it is. And there's people out there that will do that shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
No,
because I will. When somebody sneezes, I'm like, God bless you. or the other one, Gesundheit. Like, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah. And I was going to say before, it's for most of these people, it's like a superiority complex because they want to be right. And I was going to say that
the thing is, though, Vince, is nobody's right. Nobody knows. We're here,
but people want to feel like they're right.
Yeah. They feel like they have this hidden knowledge, or they're a part of whatever religion or group is right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, 125.
Yeah.
No,
sure. I don't know.
But I was going to tie that back to why, like let's say the Muslims were given the new convert shit. That's why they might do it, because they have a superiority complex.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because it's my God, not your God.
Yeah, like
and
we're
you can't
right,
you can't make fun of Muhammad, because if you do, we're gonna come and kill you. Well, Muhammad could come and kill me as I'm making fun of him, but he's not gonna do it. It's gonna be you believing in it nonsense.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Christians have done that before. I mean, all the wars and everything.
All of them have.
It just goes back to that ideology that Vincent was mentioning, and of just people getting into that mental state to where they're right, and then sometimes it gets heated, and they really want to show people that they're right and their way is the only way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, do you guys remember when I first showed you Bill Maher's Religion List?
Not
and
really.
It's phenomenal. It's funny. Darian, do you remember it?
Yeah, he's on some toast.
Yeah, he is. But
yeah, like the piece of toast that sold on eBay with Jesus on it. Yeah, that's probably what that's for.
And talked to all these people and just asked them questions, and they got pissed because of their religious ideology. Like, he was here in Utah, he went back east to Georgia. He's like, you can talk about my God that way, we're going to have a problem here. And he's like, maybe you should quit eating at McDonald's because you're like 450 pounds.
It's not that bad. Where's my God?
No, I mean, it's just weird that a person, and again, you can get trapped into an ideology, and that's what's weird to me. Because you almost want to think of free will, and I'm starting to not believe that free will is a thing, because almost everybody gets trapped into a little trap. But when he came over here to Utah, and he's like, he was filling up there at the temple, he's like, Joseph Smith, this is... And the Mormon guards came out and kicked him off the property. It's like, I was just talking.
Yeah, I think they had the elder badges on too. Looking all
no,
nice.
they did. No, they did.
No, yeah. But anyway, like, just to kind of wrap everything up into a nice bow, quote unquote.
Do you want me to play a song on the guitar?
Well, can you play it the right way? Just, but
I'm gonna play it the left way, with the center way. Sorry, KJ.
So anyway, just kind of as you're going through life, I don't think you can go wrong by slowing down and getting closer with yourself and kind of understanding where you stand in life, what your beliefs are. And if you really delve deep within yourself and work hard, I think anybody can find their personal right way of living, something that's going to make them happy, feel fulfilled.
Bliss.
And yeah, so we'll just end it with the quote from Joseph Campbell in that we should just follow our own bliss.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, we're out.